Here's exactly what happens once you pay GenZone to start your process. Hi guys, if you don't know me already, my name is Kevin McKenzie, co-founder here at GenZone, where we've helped over 700 companies register in Dubai. And of course, in this video, I'm going to be going over exactly what you should expect. What are the next steps after, not only after getting on a call with us, but after actually paying us to get started. Because I want to give you a clear description and, a good understanding of what you're actually going to have to do. For us, the most important thing is when you start your process, there are zero surprises down the line. We really want everything to be transparent, and not only transparent, but very clear as well. I don't want to just put a little description somewhere saying, oh, you have to do this and it's hidden, and then later you figure out, oh, I have to do this or I have to pay for that. No, we like telling you everything up front. So when you make your payment, we'll instantly create a group on WhatsApp. So you'll be in touch directly with either me or Cheyenne, my co-founder, one of our consultants. You'll also be in the group chat with our client relations manager, Ram, and also you'll be in a group chat with our operations manager, Daryl. So you'll have the whole team at your availability to answer all of your questions and assist you with literally the entire process. And one thing that I really do want to mention, unlike many other companies, we as founders are always very involved in your process. We don't just take the payment and disappear and hand you off to our onboarding team, our general manager, etc. We actually stay involved with every single step along the way. And I can say that a really big reason why we have such good reviews and positive experiences with our clients is because we do this. We take every single client's process very seriously, so we really don't want you to have any issues, so that's why we're still very involved. But to be honest with you, even if we were not involved, our team are experts at the process, so they could even do everything perfectly as well. So in this group chat, we'll send you a link, and on that link, you'll literally just open it up, and within 10 to 15 minutes, you'll be able to complete our onboarding form. It's very simple. All it does is asks you for some very, very basic information like company names, activity type, how many visas you need, when you want to fly in, all these different types of things. And then once you fill that out, we're now able to go ahead and submit it with our expert experience. And of course, once it's submitted to the government, around 1 to 5 business days later, we will get your trade license issued. It is a big range, 1 to 5 business days later, but in some cases, it's a lot quicker than the 5 business days. I'd say in most cases, it's around 2 to 3 business days to get your trade license. Now, that's going to be sent to you digitally, not physically, but digitally by email, and we'll also send it back to you in the group chat as well on WhatsApp. Now, one really important thing that I want to clarify is the form that you do fill out, we don't just take that and give it to the government. Again, like I said, we use our expert experience to make sure that it's done properly. So we're kind of like a Superman above you, making sure that everything is done properly. We take it and we provide them all the information in the way that it should be provided, and that's why we never have issues with our trade licenses that are issued for our clients. You don't get your license and you find out, oh, you messed up this, or you should have done this, or later, 1 year later, you're trying to do something and now you can't do it because something was not submitted properly. So we make sure everything is done really, really smoothly. Now, one thing to mention is before your license is issued, you do have to sign a resolution form that just basically confirms everything that we've submitted, and also complete a KYC to prove that it's actually you doing this license for yourself, not somebody else doing it on your behalf and acting like they're you, and now you have a surprise license in Dubai. Now, once your license is issued, we're on to the next step, which is your entry visa. Now, not all of our clients need entry visas. We work with a lot of local people in the UAE who already have residency visas or citizenships in some cases in the UAE, and they don't need an e-visa, or even GCC nationals. I had a client from Saudi. He does not need an e-visa to come to Dubai. That does not exist. They're GCC. So in these cases, you don't apply for an e-visa. But if you're from Canada, the UK, Spain, France, or whatever, we need to apply for an entry permit. Now, this is done on your behalf. Again, all we need for this is a photo of yourself. So it's literally a photo like this that includes your shoulders, and don't wear a white shirt like I'm wearing in this video because it's going to be on a white background, and this is often rejected because white on white is not allowed. Of course, don't wear glasses, don't wear major jewelry or anything like this, no hats, etc. Now, after 2 to 3 business days later, this e-visa will be issued as well. And in some VVIP cases, if you really need it urgently, we can do it in 24 hours. So now that your e-visa is issued, you can go ahead and print it and fly into Dubai. Now, one key thing to keep in mind is a lot of our clients tell us, oh, Kevin, initially I wanted to come to Dubai right away, but now I've changed my mind. I want to come to Dubai in 3 months. Now, one really important thing to keep in mind is the e-visa will only be valid for 60 days. So does that mean you should not start your license now? No. What it does mean is you shouldn't start your e-visa if you're not planning on coming to Dubai within 60 days. So the e-visa is dependent on you. Whenever you want to apply for it, we can go ahead and do it. If you don't want to apply for it now, we don't have to apply for it now. If you want to apply for it later, it can be done later. And I'm saying this again because you don't want to have your e-visa that's only valid for 60 days and you want to come in 65 days, right? It's going to be expired. You will not be let into the country as a normal employee. You'll be let into the country as a tourist, which is not the point of this process, and you'd be wasting money. And of course, our team would be actively checking this and make sure that you are going to enter within 60 days. We do not apply without double checking, triple checking with you to make sure. And also in some cases, if our client tells us, oh, Kevin, I'm going to come in within 60 days, well, we'll probably wait like 2, 3, 4 weeks at least to apply for it, so that we do have a little bit of a grace in case you don't decide to come within that 60-day period. So for example, let's say we apply in 30 days from now. Well, now you had 60 days to come in, you changed your mind, you wanted to move 1 week later. Well, now it's fine because we applied at a later period. But of course, we don't do it right before you need to come in. Ideally, we want to give you enough time to get the e-visa issued. Now, up next, you fly into Dubai, you land at the airport, and one thing to keep in mind is for this entire process, we give you a full detailed process timeline guide that you haven't ever seen on your free consultation with us. It's actually only seen once you actually start the process with us, but it's an extremely detailed guide that goes over literally everything. And even when you land at Dubai, I even give you a map of where to go, where to get a taxi, who to give these documents to, everything. And trust me, it's very, very simple. But once you get to the airport, you go through immigration, you give them this entry visa that we provided to you. You walk through customs. Once you're past customs, you go to the taxi line, which I even give you in the guide exactly where to walk to. And then you get a taxi and you go to your hotel or your Airbnb. So very straightforward. I even tell you in the guide what you should be paying for this. In some cases, what's the starting price, etc. So you go to your hotel or Airbnb, and then the very next business day, we will book your medical and your biometrics, which at this time, we are still able to do it the same day, unlike almost literally, I don't know one other company that can do it the same day. Everyone else is doing it on different days. So for example, us, you land on Sunday, Monday, we will do your medical appointment and your biometrics appointment. And our team will meet you at the center in person physically. We will actually have someone there to chaperone you around, tell you do this and do this. Okay, you're done. You can go home. They'll take care of all the paperwork, all the boring stuff. You don't have to worry about anything. It's about an hour and a half in person. The medical is very straightforward. They do a blood draw to check for major illnesses like AIDS, and then they do a chest x-ray to check for things like tuberculosis. Now, one thing to keep in mind is in some cases, for example, if you're a woman and you're pregnant, they do not do the x-ray because of course this can harm the baby, so they don't do it. So this is what they do. After you do your medical, you're going to go ahead and do the biometrics, which again, we bring you to the biometrics appointment. Biometrics is very straightforward. It's a palm print and fingerprint. So really straightforward. Once that's done, you can go home. So again, all this takes around 1 hour and a half. You can go home. Our team stays back, collects all the documents, does all the processing. Once you're back home, by that time, usually we submit it to the government, and then we should actually have your residency issued, in most cases, by the afternoon. So for example, let's say you did your medical and biometrics in the morning, which usually it's in the morning, let's say 9 a.m. By 12 to 3, 4 p.m., you should actually have your residency. In the worst case, it would be the next day. So that's how quickly we can process your residency. You landed on Sunday. Now, Monday, you're actually a resident, which is insane. We have the fastest processing times on the market. One thing to keep in mind, again, like I said, we're one of the only ones who can do this. What is it like to not have the GenZone process? Well, you would land on Sunday. Maybe you would have your medical on Monday, depends. But then this is the key thing. The VIP biometrics, this is what is very, very difficult to get. In most cases, you have to wait 4 to 5 business days to get an appointment for that. So again, coming back to this example, you do your medical, let's say on Monday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe you'll do your biometrics on Friday, but most likely it would be on a Monday, right? So all this time you're in Dubai waiting when you could have just done it in 1 day with us, especially if you're in a rush and you don't want to spend money on a hotel. Just do it with us. It's a lot faster. I even had a client recently post something online that I read that he said that literally the VIP medical and biometrics that GenZone have covers more than the cost of our service fee alone, the GenZone service fee alone, which is incredible. I love to hear stories like that. Now, once your residency is issued, 2 to 3 business days later, your Emirates ID will be shipped to either your Airbnb hotel, or ideally, I always suggest our clients to just ship it to our business address in Business Bay. I suggest this for one reason. We have very good relationships with the people who do the deliveries, so we always get priority. We always get it delivered as fast as possible, even though maybe it actually wouldn't be that fast if we didn't have a good relationship with them. So for example, we would get it at like 9 a.m. your Emirates ID, when, if it was just your actual address, it would be delivered at like 4, 5, 6 p.m. So that's why I suggest deliver to our address and then just come and collect it from our address. Our team will come and give it to you at at the lobby, or you can come up to our office, knock, and we will give it to you. So it's in Business Bay. It's pretty central. It's near everything. I understand if you're in Marina, maybe you want to deliver it to their house, but just keep in mind, if you use your home address as the delivery address, you're going to have to wait in your house the entire day. And they don't tell you, oh, I'm going to come at 3 p.m. No, they literally say, hello, I'm outside your house. Come collect your ID. So it's really inconvenient, especially in the cases where they don't actually come. Like they'll tell you, oh, I'm coming tomorrow, Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. And then you wait all day Wednesday in your house waiting, not going and enjoying Dubai, which is beautiful, right? Just because you're waiting for this Emirates ID, and they end up saying, oh, we're going to come tomorrow. And then maybe even tomorrow comes and they don't end up coming because maybe your home delivery address is just inconvenient for them. It's out of the way. It doesn't fit, the path that they would normally take. That's why with our business address, it's very convenient for the delivery people. We have very quick timing there, and we can collect it on your behalf. And you don't have to wait in your house all day. We have team members in the office all day anyway. So ideally, deliver it to our office. It's better for you. Now, once you collect your Emirates ID, the next step is to begin the banking process. So we help you with this as well. We help you with your business banking and your personal banking. Both are done on a guaranteed basis. We don't just get your Emirates ID, your license, your visa, and say, okay, good luck, set up your business bank account. No, we do everything for you. We actually do the application for you. All you have to do is log in at the end of the application and do a KYC just to prove that it actually is you opening this account. And then boom, within 24 to 48 hours, your account should be open. In some cases, it's even instantly opened, like within 1 hour. And in some cases, just to be fully transparent, it even takes a few days depending on the nature of your business activities and your nationality and other things. It could even ask you some follow-up questions like, where is your income coming from, this, that. And of course, we would be there to guide you and assist you with these questions. But it's important to keep in mind that these can arise, but we will be there to support you. And in a very rare case where you get rejected for whatever reason, we will ensure that you have another backup bank account. So our banking is usually done with Weo Bank, which we have a custom code that you can use for expedited service, C094. As you guys have probably seen on this channel, we are actually, I won't say this too openly, but one of the top partners with Weo. I won't say what place, but maybe even number one. And for that reason, we get really good customer experience, client experience for our clients. So if you do have any issues with your bank, we can go directly to compliance and tell them, hey, please re-review this application. They have an issue, right? And with Emirates NBD, it's another bank that we use as well, usually for personal banking because business banking requires a high deposit. For personal banking, we send all the documents in advance. Within literally 30 minutes, your account will be opened. Your credit cards will be shipped to your address in Dubai, whether it's a hotel or Airbnb, and that's done, right? I even just did an interview with one of our good friends, Matt Webley, on this channel, where he mentioned that he had a nightmare trying to open up his Emirates NBD account, and he wishes that he used our service because genuinely our service is super easy. He went there, they told him provide these documents, he provided the documents, they said that's not enough. He went to go get new ones, he came back and they said that, okay, that's still not enough. He had so many troubles like that. With us, you can literally avoid everything and get a credit card to start building your credit history in Dubai right away, not waiting weeks and weeks and weeks and months in some cases. I even had someone message me saying, hey Kevin, it's been over a year, don't have my Emirates NBD account open, can you please help me? And I said, wow, that's incredible. I actually did check in with the Emirates team and he told me because the application was already done, he cannot help. It's important to just do it right the first time. Don't mess around because you don't want to have any issues down the line. So now at this point, you're fully set up. You have your license, residency visa, you have your bank account sorted, and of course now the last thing you should do is set up with accounting. Now we do this in-house. We have in-house chartered accountants that were from PwC. Now they work for GenZone that can help you with your entire process for compliance, bookkeeping, accounting. We have amazing packages. So of course we will add our chartered accountant to the group directly so that you can speak with them and see if it's a good fit. Of course, if it's not a good fit, like with everything here at GenZone, you do not have to work with us. And even down the line, like 99% of agencies on the market, we don't force you to work with us. They force you because they know that maybe you won't have a good positive experience with them down the line. We always have a positive experience. And if we don't, we make sure that it becomes positive by, remedying that issue, right? So with us, no contracts will have to work with us in the future. If you want to renew your license alone, be our guest. We don't even, at this moment in 2025, charge any renewal service management fees. And even if you wanted to do it alone, to be honest, it's not worth the effort. So just work with GenZone. We'll make sure that everything is well taken care of for you. And of course, if you want to book a free consultation call with either me or one of my consultants, book a call using the link down below that goes over everything you need to know with one of our expert consultants. We'll literally give you all the details you need to know. Of course, this was a detailed guide, but you have a different situation. Maybe you have a family and you need to attest some documents, or our team is going to tell you maybe you need to attest these documents, do this, do that, which by the way, if you do have a family, you do have kids, and you have legal documents to take care of, we can assist with this as well. And we get the best prices on the market because we have B2B pricing for everything. And even for banking, if you want a special bank, we will give you our B2B price without taking a fee or making a commission from the banker broker at all. Okay, so book a call and we'll see you there.